Am I the asshole for accepting and refusing to return a gift from my son's girlfriend? My, male 23, son is 5 months into dating his girlfriend, female 22. She's a complete delight to be around, and I think we've bonded quite a bit, despite the short time we've known each other. Now I have to mention here that she's very rich. My son estimates that the money she gets from her parents every month is the same as his yearly income. My son has expressed to me several times that he's worried it might look like he's only dating her for her money. So he's been really strict about things like paying his share of things and not accepting expensive gifts from her. Yesterday was my birthday, and his girlfriend got me a very expensive designer handbag that I'd mentioned being excited by months ago, even though I could never afford it on my own. I'm so touched that she remembered a short comment I made so long ago. I told my son about it, and he became so angry at me, said he's had to refuse so many gifts, outings, and vacation plans since they've been dating because he can't stand her thinking he's into her money. And here I am, happily accepting the first gift she's got me. He demanded that I return it immediately, or I'll disturb the dynamic of their relationship. I refused and told him it's such a thoughtful gift, even not considering the price, and she'll be hurt if I return it. Now he's saying I'm greedy and don't care that I'm making him out to look like a gold digger whose family is happy to mooch off her. Not the asshole. I get he's trying not to come across as a gold digger, which I totally understand, but that's something he decided for himself to do. But it's a thoughtful gift meant for you, hence it's up to you to accept it or not. Personally, I don't like rejecting gifts, especially the first gift. The first gift is always a memorable moment. She went out of her way to get you something she knew you'd like. And I think that's very kind of her. I think a way to compromise is to accept the gift and let her know how appreciative you are that she remembered how much you liked that bag. But that she doesn't need to spend so much on future gifts, as any gift is a nice gift, no matter the price. What's interesting is that him refusing so much may actually come back to bite him, especially since he's even refusing to go along with vacation plans. After a while, the girlfriend may decide she wants to be with someone who will want to go on those vacations with her, as opposed to someone who will just keep letting his insecurities get in the way. Not the asshole. Homeboy needs to get over himself. GF did something nice of her own free will that you happen to be the beneficiary of. Not like you're the one dating her. He can refuse all the gifts he wants if that's what makes him feel better, but it's not his place to tell someone else what they can or cannot accept. Plus, it's not weird to give your SO's parents a gift on their birthday. Maybe her tact could have been a little better. Like, it would be weird if she had no idea your son was trying so hard not to be seen as a mooch, but like it's her money and she can do what she wants with it. If you feel like you need to make things right for your son, maybe tell the girlfriend that you really appreciate it and love the bag, but it makes you uncomfortable to receive such a lavish gift. And if she's going to give gifts to family members in the future, you'd feel a lot better if she didn't put herself out quite so much. Edit fixed a typo. Not the asshole. I get where he's coming from, but dude needs to chill a bit with the I'm not a gold digger thing, because it's going to become a huge problem. Couples do things for one another like buy gifts. If he denies his girlfriend that opportunity just because he's worried about appearances, that's going to be an issue. If he tries to enforce that same mentality on others, like he's doing right now, he's going to hurt even more relationships. Am I the asshole for refusing to give a donut to a kid at a party? I can't believe I am posting this, but here we are. I have a mixed group of friends, and some are saying I was wrong. So I decided to let Reddit decide. My husband and I were invited to a birthday party. We asked if we could bring anything, and the host said not needed, but we could if we wanted to. Since I don't like showing up empty-handed anywhere, I thought it would be nice to purchase some boutique donuts from an artisanal donut shop near us. We got a bunch of donuts and one girlfriend donut for my husband who can't have gluten. Side note, no one at the party has any gluten issues. We know these people fairly well. We got to the party and set the donuts down. Immediately, this kid and his mom decided to come on over because, in her words, these are the best donuts in town. Wow, thank you for bringing them. I open up the boxes, and immediately the kid throws his hands on the girlfriend one. I kindly said, "Oh, sorry, I am saving that one for my husband. He can't have gluten." I picked the donut out and set it aside and proceed to tell him all the other wonderful flavors that I got. Cookies and cream, Nutella, it was donuts galore. The kid immediately starts crying because he wanted the one I took away, and his mom proceeded to begin tearing at me and yelling at me for not just giving him the donut. He is just a kid. I was stunned and I immediately just left the situation. Went outside with my husband's donut, gave it to him. I was mortified. I thought she would calm down, but no. This lady proceeds to go outside and to make a scene about it. A big argument ensued about how I refused her kid a donut. It was comical at this point. I calmly stated my point again, that this donut was for my husband, who is girlfriend, and I know no one there has an issue with gluten, so her child could have one of the others. This lady wouldn't let it go, so here is where I might be the AH. At this point, I am sick of her entitlement, so I told her just that. She is an entitled little brat, and now I know where her kid gets it from. She starts crying, making a scene, and leaves the party. The host and everyone there is just mortified, and then tell me I should have just handed the kid the donut. My husband sticks up for me, and we decided to leave early. Not the asshole. I think you handled the situation as best as you could. Kids take after their parents, and it sounds like they're an entitled family. Their lack of empathy is pathetic, and honestly, it's sad that she's being such a bad role model for her kid. Maybe she was going through something, but no adult with decent manners and respect for others would give that much of a shit about a donut. Discipline your kid and move on. Maybe the only thing to do differently would have been to just keep the donuts separate from the beginning. But again, you already went out of your way to bring something, so it really shouldn't matter. People are so entitled nowadays, it's ridiculous. Hope your husband enjoyed the donut. Yes, the store was out of single donut boxes, unfortunately. He is just a kid. This is how you get entitled people. Not the asshole. You did the right thing. That woman needs to learn to put her foot down to her child. Her kid acted massively entitled and just obnoxious, and so did she for fighting this battle for him. Everyone is going to have to learn to accept no at some point in their life. I guess mom never learned this lesson, and she's refusing to teach it to her kid. Good on you for standing up for your partner's medical dietary need/choice. I'm vegan. If I bring several treat items to a party, and not all of it is vegan, of course, I'd set the vegan stuff aside to ensure there will be something for me to eat. Years ago, when I was vegetarian, a coworker was so kind to cook a warm lunch for our department. She knew me, and one or two others were vegetarian, so she'd made a smaller batch of vegetarian variety to the meat meal she prepared. I was so appalled when one of our senior staff started digging into the vegetarian pan when he is not vegetarian and could see that there was a lot less vegetarian food than meat-containing food. Like, dude, this food isn't for you. Let the vegetarians get their fill, and only if there's anything left after all vegetarians have had enough should you be helping yourself to the vegetarian food. Or you should have told the cook beforehand you wanted vegetarian food so she could have made more. Some people just don't get it. This is why, at the conferences I've been to, they keep the vegan meals aside/at the back, so that others don't decide, oh, this looks good, I'll take it, or sure, I'll try vegan food for a change. If they don't keep the food at the back/separate, the special food would end up being gone before the intended people have had a chance. Without fail, there's always somebody who suddenly wants to try the vegetarian option when there's not a lot. Order one cheese pizza because there's one vegetarian, and it'll somehow go first before they even get a slice. Not the asshole. Damn, that sounded exhausting. The mom could have easily said, oh honey, that is made special for people with a gluten allergy. It won't taste like the donuts you love from shop. Oh, look, here's one of the flavor you always love. Let's say thank you and go eat it over here. But no, the kid and then the mom had to immediately throw a fit, making a minor thing into a giant thing. Everyone there must have been bored with nothing else to talk about or entertain themselves with, since people seem to prefer the insanity to just nipping it in the bud. Should have taken the rest of the donuts with you when you left. My gosh. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.